Hi Leute, ich hoffe, es geht euch gut. Ich bin mal wieder da. Ich war lange weg, habe ich das Gefühl. Auf jeden Fall im Stream, in sonstigen Dingen, um euch Rede und Antwort zu stehen. I'm back. Long time ago, I was here the last time, as it seems. So let's start a good Q&A. Thank you for being so many already. I heard like around 250. Woo, that's a lot. And since I'm going to talk all the time, ich werde heute viel sprechen, werde ich jetzt meinen selbstgemixten Eistee trinken. Wie immer sind die Regeln einfach. Add Official Lord of the Lost. Damit könnt ihr die Nachrichten highlighten, dass man sie besser sieht, dass NASA sie gut findet und an mich weiterleitet. Ich werde just highlight the message with Official Lord of the Lost, at Official Lord of the Lost. And I'm trying to answer the German questions in German und die deutschen Fragen in Deutsch. Funny. Or if they are important enough, or I think they need translation, I will translate in the other language. And yeah, don't ask me when I will play in Brazil or wherever and what country not. Whatever you need to know, you can find on our websites. It's all written where we actually play, what got revealed, where we are going to play, and everything else is still in the making, or yeah, it's still in the making. So it's nothing to talk about. And as always, as well, if you want to tip something, if you want to donate something, we are really happy about it. But please, if you don't have money, if you can't afford anything, it's just fine that you're joining this stream and having a good time. But if you want to tip, 50% goes to NASA, that is actually doing the work here tonight, and 50% is going to buy a nightliner as a that's so expensive. No, it's going to the band. Let's see what we buy from that. And yeah, people from Hamburg. Yeah, people say Moin, right? You say Moin in Hamburg. That's right. Rodi Bones Art. So welcome, hello everybody, and let's check the questions. Lass uns doch mal ein paar Fragen beantworten. Luc Dera zum Beispiel fragt von 1 bis 10, wie aufgeregt warst du oder ihr, als ihr euch das erste Mal mit Iron Maiden traft? Maßgeblich haben wir uns mit Steve Harris getroffen und das war schon sehr aufregend. Also ich habe ihn auf dem Flur getroffen. Ich glaube, das war in Budapest irgendwo. Und dann hat er mir halt Hallo gesagt und dann konnte ich nur noch über sein Maiden Beer sprechen. I could just talk about his Maiden Beer. And that was pretty nice, since he's such a nice person. Also er ist ein wirklich netter Typ. There was no more angst or nervosity. He was just a nice guy. Das ist echt toller Typ, muss man sagen. Also nervös, sage ich mal, auf einer Skala 1 bis 10, 8. So, wer will das wissen? NASA will das wissen. Miss Strobo? No. No. It was the question to me and to you, I think. That's why it's like Ed Strobo. Okay. I cannot answer for NASA. I can just answer for myself. 70,000 tons of metal was a great experience. It's a lot of fun. And actually, it's super cool to just meet all the friends that you usually meet on tour, but also sharing the whirlpool with them and hanging on a boat, having a drink. Nobody needs to drive. Everybody is in some kind of resort. That's very nice. And the weather was fantastic. So I just have to say I would never do a cruise by myself, but being booked on a cruise performing for people is just great. And by the way, also like to thank nickname underline official for tipping 15 euros. That's so cool. And especially thanks to NASA. every time pleasure following your streams. So you can also follow NASA into streams. It's Strobocop on Twitch. No, it's NASA. Type it in NASA. Give me it's Miss Strobo on Twitch. So you can also watch the wonderful NASA play and talk. And yeah, wonderful. And what do I see? 15 euros tip by Edita underline Wojtalczyk. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. So yeah, keep shooting your questions while I just have a drink. By the way, my doggies are here as well. You might have seen it in my story, but they're actually just sleeping and they don't care if I stream or not. All right. Since you are a dog person, have you ever considered adopting a rescue dog? Actually, yes. But we, let's say I adopted Odal, but only because back then Alex, Odal's mom, brought her into our relationship. And then we got Freki, but both are from French breeders. Since it's my first dog, or my first dogs, actually, I just wanted to make sure that I am knowing what I'm doing. And I think it's easier to deal with a dog that you can form and you can make grow. But possibly, if I'm considering having another dog after they might pass away, I'm thinking to have maybe also a rescue dog. But let's see about that. I'm not there yet because they will never die. Thank you also. Badoo, badoo, doo, doo. I should invent some kind of sound like badoo, badoo, boo, boo. Like for tipping 20 euros from Manu 040566. I wonder if it's related to Hamburg, like 040. But hey. So, another question. Have you ever thought about doing a live broadcast on Twitch while playing PlayStation? It would be fun. Actually, I did back then, but I stopped doing it. In the pandemic, I didn't feel like showing myself on Twitch and everything. So even though I loved to do that, but I'm actually planning to do that again. I got my PlayStation and I have the headphones and the cam, but I gave my laptop, my streaming laptop, to my nephew because he got a greater use for games in school and everything. And so, yeah, but I want to do that again. So keep watching for that. And if you want to follow me to get the news, just follow me on Twitch already, since I have an account still, Upper Class. Maybe NASA can write it in the comments. It's Upper and KLAAS. Wonderful. And Pet Dragon has a question as well. Have you already had time to play Hero Quest? The minis you've been painting look really good. What kind of painting techniques are you interested in learning? I painted them all. I don't know if it makes sense to show them. 1 second. I have to be careful, since of course my dog is laying under my chair. Also mein Hund liegt unter dem Stuhl, dass ich da nicht drauf trete. Genau. Die habe ich soweit alle fertig gemacht. Und die werde ich demnächst spielen. I'm going to play that game soon with my good friends. Oh. I always have to talk right in the camera, in the microphone. It's actually pretty tough to speak in both languages. But if somebody doesn't understand something, just ask like if I can repeat an answer again. But yeah, I painted Hero Quest. Ich habe Hero Quest angemalt und werde es spielen und auch die Figuren nochmal bei Instagram hochstellen. und fragen, was die Leute davon halten. Und I'm interested in learning all kinds of techniques. I became an addict for YouTube videos for painting minis, and I really want to try new techniques every time I paint new models and new games. Yeah. Next question. Is it rude to ask how old Odal was when you adopted her? She was almost 2 years old, if I got that right. Yeah. And Alex got her when Odal was 5 months, I think. And boopity doo boo boo. Another tip. 10 euros from Katrin, Underline, Unruh. Und another 5 euro tip from Maya De Angelo. Thank you very much. And another tip from Katrin Unruh. It's 2 times here. Anyway, if it's 10 tips, if it's 20 euros tips, thank you very much. Danke, 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 ihr lieben kleinen Schweinchen. Und Lady of the Lost asks, how old were you when you realized that playing would become your profession? I think she's talking about playing bass. What is your dream since you were a child? I think I actually realized that my playing bass is becoming professional every day again. So a lot of times I realize it, but I can't believe it. And then I realize it again and I still can't believe it because it's still a blessing. It's still a lot of fun. And yeah, I don't know. I never really realized it because I thought like it's still not professional. Still have to keep going. What was your dream since you were a child? I wanted to sing in a metal band. That didn't work out, but it's okay. Mm. So, what is your favorite song to play? We need more bass solos. Do you really need more bass solos? The internet is full of bass solos. If you need to jerk off on bass solos, then there's plenty to get. If you need more bass solos from me, I don't know. I started a bit doodling around, but actually, I love to shake my head and groove. So I appreciate that you need more bass solos, but I cannot provide right now. My favorite song, Mr. or Mrs. Jacka Jacks, I would say Under the Sun is actually also the most challenging song physically, since I always try to make a 360 jump when I'm not caught on a cable, so I can move freely. Yeah, NASA, give me a thumbs up if my speech right in the phone is good enough right now, or if I have to. Okay, cool. So it seems like my microphone discipline is on point, because if I just go to the side, it gets less not visible, understandable, and to the right the same. So I always have to speak in it. You can't see because we leveled it, so it disappeared, and looks like I'm completely free of technology, but I'm well connected. And yeah, thanks to NASA again. Wow, what a girl. She has everything under control, me included. All right, going back to some questions. And the good thing is she seems to have a good time because I can see her. I'm watching over her and she enjoys what we're doing. So I hope everybody is enjoying everything as much as me and NASA, because we're here to have a good time after all and squeeze some little tiny informations out of Klaas. That's me. Okay. Let's get serious again. Dagmar 132 will wissen, was ist, was du am Touren am wenigsten magst? Da gibt es eigentlich nicht so viel, was ich nicht mag. Ich mag es nicht, wenn das Wetter ganz schlecht ist, obwohl ich auch nicht oft draußen bin. Aber ich finde es blöd, wenn das Wetter blöd ist. Auch weil die Leute dann durch den Regen zum Konzert müssen und so. The least I like on touring is if the weather is not good outside. Because if I want to do a walk, I'd like to do it while the sun is shining. And I prefer that the people are having a good mood since they didn't need umbrellas and rain jackets to go to the show. And doobity-doo-doo, 10 euro tip from Pat underline dragon. That's fantastic. Thank you, Pat. And 3 euros, oh no, boobity-doo-boo, 3 euros tip from Brody Bones Arts underline LDMB. I have to go to Finland soon, so I can give much, but if I can help you get your new nightliner, I will. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Everything counts. Even a smiley is well appreciated, as much as tips. All right. Silly question about the pink cat t-shirt. Are you the blue cat at the front? Actually, I don't know, since I don't have it in my mind right now. I just know that I'm not the one with a cross as a butthole, I think, but I'm not sure. I am which cat you ever want me to be. Was sind deine absoluten Lieblingsspiele? Ich würde jetzt mal vermuten, dass es sich dabei um Videospiele dreht. Dauerbrenner bei mir ist God of War, das 2018er, und das God of War Ragnarok. Mit meinem Kollegen zusammen spielen wir seit einigen Wochen Ghost of Tsushima und das Spiel ist fantastisch. Das hat mich auch wieder oder zum allerersten Mal richtig wieder dazu bewegt, zu sagen, ich will wieder streamen und es fühlt sich einfach richtig an, weil ich auch sehr viel Freude dabei habe, meinem Kollegen zuzuschauen, wenn er bei mir sitzt und das Spiel Ghost of Tsushima spielt zum Beispiel, bis ich wieder dran bin oder auch er dann manchmal einfach eine Stunde spielt und ich gucke nur zu und wir zusammen über das Spiel reden. Das ist so cool. Das kann man, glaube ich, nur verstehen, wenn man schon mal Twitch-Streams geguckt hat oder einfach mal seinen Freunden beim Spielen zugeguckt hat. Yeah, like God of War, Ghost of Tsushima are my actual favorites. The actual Prince of Persia is really nice because you can just jump right in and play a small session. You just have to keep in mind that you have to keep the fighting system. But watching my friend playing here for some time until I got back the controller was so nice that I really realized again how cool streaming is, how cool it is also to watch people stream and play. And that's why I want to go to streaming again. All right, Lady of the Lust. Describe your ideal day to me. What do you like to do when you have free time? Do you prefer tranquility or fun? A perfect day is when I have my dogs, when they're with me actually, and I can walk with them. The weather is nice and they have amazing interaction with other dogs. If I can actually enjoy breakfast without having been rushed. And I must say, since last year was so full and so stressy, I really enjoy if nothing is stressing me, so I can breathe, and out of breathing, I can regain creativity and fun on small things. And actually, it's pretty nice as well to sit down and paint miniatures and focus on that and really blending out the world, actually. So actually, I prefer tranquility, but depends on what fun is. I mean, fun with friends is nice, but I'm not actually the party person anymore since life on the road is actually party enough. That's fantastic. Okay. I hope ihr Deutschen oder deutschsprachigen Menschen habt das auch erstmal so verstanden. Mein Hals wird gerade trocken, kann ich nicht alles wiederholen. What should I say? Happy birthday to Jen for Monday. Yeah. should open those greeting apps where you just say something, happy birthday, and you get money for it. But it's not even allowed in Germany, I think. It's more the United States thingy. Nickname underline official asks if I may ask about this not very great moment back at the evening at LORDFEST. How was it to accept that you are not able to do the last concerts last year? First, I had to accept that I cannot attempt the show that was right in front of me, the LORDFEST. But at that moment, I know that I can't play it, or let's say I don't even know my name anymore since my brain fucks up and I cannot talk and nothing. So I was just happy if somebody made me understand that the show is going on and that I could at least say like, wow, okay, I can't do anything anymore. But at some point I realize, even that was pretty hard, that everything is okay. So, but if people just come to you and hug you and say like, alles ist okay, I kind of could get that, because I was not able to talk, really express myself, to walk or make reasonable movements. But when the guys came to me, it's like, it's all okay, don't worry, I understood it. So, ja, LORDFEST, Migräne, das war schon natürlich echt scheiße, aber als die Jungs zu mir gekommen sind und gesagt haben, dass alles in Ordnung ist, wir kriegen das irgendwie hin, da habe ich gedacht, okay, alles klar, dann ist das so. Und die anschließenden Konzerte in Finnland habe ich dann auch einfach gedacht, so, hey, ich bin tatsächlich auch echt kaputt und das Jahr war anstrengend und man muss es nicht über das Knie brechen. And also when the guy said like, hey, the next 3 shows in Finland, just relax and chill. So I could accept it since I couldn't play LORDFEST. So I thought like, okay, it's very important that everybody, not only me, accepts when there's time for a break, and that if we don't take a break, it doesn't need to mean that we are just destroying ourselves, but it's actually not worth to always go until the limit that you just destroy yourself and possibly can't do stuff anymore, because we all have to take care of ourselves. She Cried More asks, the tour is starting. How exciting. Some summer festivals booked too. What festival are you expecting the most? And are there still some more festivals gig to be announced? The year is kind of fully booked. I'm not sure if there will be more festivals. Sometimes it happens, things happening last minute once in a while. I'm really looking forward to play the Mystic festival in Poland that I think it was Mystic, that we weren't able to play since the organization was a bit like a bit too tight, so that we had to cancel our show, but we can come back this year and it's going to be fantastic. So we just put that place down and trying to be the best band we can be again, and also being super fast, trying to make space for all the other bands coming, so that this year everything is going to be as we want to. All right, where am I just scroll down to the questions. Wow, Angelique underline pop donated 20 euros as a tip. That's very nice of you. And she adds like, many thanks to your music. So I can reply, many thanks for your support. Thank you very much. So, Akira Albirio asks, würdest du mehr Play-Along-Videos von dir zu Lottel-Songs auf YouTube stellen? also solche, wo du nur Bass spielst und nichts anderes zu hören ist. Habe ich das schon mal gemacht? Ich glaube nicht. Ich finde es tatsächlich auch eher interessant, wenn man zu der Musik spielt und man aber auch mehr Bass hört als alles andere. Ähm, weiß ich jetzt tatsächlich gar nicht, ob ich da mehr mache. Ich finde es tatsächlich interessanter, einfach auf Konzerten zu sehen, wie Leute spielen, aber ich verstehe auch, wie interessant das sein kann, äh, Leuten zuzugucken, zuhören, wie sie halt Sachen spielen. Wobei ich glaube, natürlich ist das Bassspiel bei Lord of the Lost nicht so kompliziert oder interessant wie bei anderen abgefahreneren Bands, wo man sich quasi, wo man staunend davor sitzt und sich dann denkt, wow, ist das krass, wie der Typ Bass spielt. Ja, und 15 Euro Tipp von Helen F. 80. Und thank you, Klaas and NASA, for your time and work tonight. Looking forward to the 15-year tour. Yay, that's fantastic. Thank you for coming. That's going to be fantastic. And another 10 euro tip from Julia Giovanna Giatelli. Or Giatelli? Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. But hey, Nasa and Klaas, as always, thanks for sharing time with us. You really rock, guys. Greetings from Mexico. Greetings to Mexico back. Must be like very late, right? It's like it's like 1 o'clock in the night or something. Und Akira Albirio hat noch eine Frage. Was ist für dich das Wichtigste an einem Bass? Zum Beispiel Kriterien beim Kauf und beim Spielen generell. Also, ähm, für mich, jetzt klingt das ein bisschen oberflächlich, es ist auch oberflächlich, ist es wichtig, dass der Bass, wenn er für Lord of the Lost eingesetzt wird, gut aussieht, tatsächlich. Viel wichtiger ist aber noch, dass er halt gut zu spielen ist und gute Features hat. Ich zum Beispiel möchte keine Drehregler haben, um die Lautstärke an- und auszuschalten, was bei den meisten Bässen aber der Fall ist. Ich möchte tatsächlich einen Schalter haben, einen sogenannten Killswitch. Das heißt, wenn der Song zu Ende ist und der Ton muss bis zum bitteren Ende stehen, wo dass ich den einfach ausschalten kann, ohne den mit den Fingern abzudämpfen, weil er immer noch meistens, vor allem wenn man in Action ist, immer noch ein Ton kommt. Deswegen finde ich einen Killswitch tatsächlich sehr geil, der bei fast kaum einem Bass serienmäßig vorhanden ist. Das ist tatsächlich sehr schade. Schade, schade, schade. So, Inside, underline, Inspire, underline, Death asks, do you really like the new Prince of Persia game? And I answer, yes, I really like the Prince of Persia game. It reminds me a little bit of Metroid, since it's this Metroidvania game. I like that the fighting style is pretty fluent. You can really like learn how to fight better and to get into the physics. I didn't play so long, but I like the idea to make those reminders in the castle and in the mountains, whatever, wherever you play. And I like the 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 visual approach with the nice backgrounds and stuff. Yes, it's actually it feels like an easy game, and I like it. Easy accessible, but with a lot of potential to become a great experienced fighter. Yes, I really like it. It doesn't need to be the best game in the world, but it gives me a joyful time, so I'm pretty happy. And boop, 10 euros tip. Thank you so much to Danatur. Danatur. And thank you for doing the stream. Thank you for checking in and watching it. Lotte 1 Paula. How long do you know Marcus from Heaven Shall Burn? Actually, the first time I met him and really said, "Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for having you," was when I met him at the hotel before we did the shooting. I did not know him, or let's say he didn't know me, or maybe he know me and I know him, but we didn't know that we knew each other. But yeah, we just said hi, and after the shooting, we also were sitting in the hotel lobby and having a drink, talking about most likely band stuff and experiences, tour stories. And he's a fantastic human being to spend time with. Oh, it's still very sweet. I used too much syrup. Boopity doop boop boop. 10 euro tip from Flodderbayer. Flodderbayer. I just know the Flodders from the series back in the 90s. COVID asks, what were your song proposals to be added to the Weapons of Mass Seduction album? I am the Turbo Lover. And yeah, that was the actual most straight song that I thought it has to be us. It has to be that song. It connects so well with Rob Halford and or Judas Priest not being really accepted with that song back then, since there was a guitar or synthesizer sound that the people hated, but it made it a super worldwide hit. So they did everything right. And yeah, and we thought like that song some kind of represents us as well. So I'm very proud that that this song made it on the album. Schattenlorchi, was war dein erst, was war denn dein erstes Konzert, das du besucht hast? Okay. The first one is not so glorious. It's a German, actually a North German band called Illegal 1001 mit dem Hit Dosenbier macht schlau. Im Stadtdeum in Stade. Aber danach war mein erstes richtiges Konzert, weil beim ersten Konzert wurde ich halt eingeladen. Aber vielen Dank nochmal an meinen Schwager, der meinte, lass uns da doch mal hingehen, da gehen wir zusammen hin. Aber das erste Konzert, was ich selber mir ausgesucht habe, war Bad Religion. Ich weiß die Tour nicht mehr, aber das war 1998 in der großen Freiheit. Und da habe ich sofort zum ersten Mal Stage Diving und Crowdsurfen gemacht. So oft. Ich glaube, wenn ich immer noch nachdenke, wie viel das waren, 13 Mal. Das war fantastisch. Und kurz danach zu The Prodigy in die Alsterdorfer Sporthalle. Erste Reihe. Das war fett. So my first real concerts were like Bad Religion in Hamburg and The Prodigy in Hamburg. And doop 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 doop. 15-euro tip from Cosmic Eris. Thanks for streaming, Klaas, and NASA, of course, because only together we can make this happen. Also, obscure question, but do you know like 200 Rob Halford's? Two Rob Halford's industrial band. Actually, I didn't really listen to that. I also did not listen often to the Halford solo albums. So it's a bit like possibly yes, but they were not interesting enough for me to really get into it. I hope it answers that question. Und nochmal Dagmar 123132. Was ist dein Lieblingsessen und was magst du gar nicht? Mein Lieblingsessen ist tatsächlich immer das, was es gerade gibt, was mir sehr gut gefällt, was die Situation einfach auch sehr angenehm macht. Eine Pizza Margarita kann das beste Essen sein, aber es kann auf der anderen Seite auch das schlechteste Essen sein. Hängt von der Gesellschaft ab und von dem Restaurant beziehungsweise der Qualität der Pizza. Ja, tatsächlich ist das so. Aber ich esse gerne italienisch. Ich esse gerne in anderen Ländern das Essen, was es da ortsüblicherweise gibt. Was ich schwierig finde zu essen, ist tatsächlich Aubergine. Da habe ich nicht oft das Gefühl, dass mir das schmeckt. Und der Quallensalat, the jellyfish salad that I had in China, the classical China cuisine, was also not mine, I think. Bit too jelly. And boobidoo 10 euro tip from Helen Daris again. Danke für eure Zeit, NASA und Klaas. Sehr gerne. Ximberku82X. Seid ihr alle noch beruflich nebenher tätig, wenn ihr nicht auf Tour seid oder mittlerweile nicht mehr? Ähm, jetzt ist das hier verschwunden. Wir sind alle beruflich tätig, weil unser Ziel es ist, Geld zu sparen, was wir mit der Band verdienen, um Investitionen zu tätigen und oder in der Zukunft, wenn wir vielleicht in 20 Jahren kein Geld mehr verdienen mit der Band, weil keiner mehr Lust hat, die Musik zu hören oder was auch immer passiert, kann ja alles passieren, muss aber hoffentlich nicht, dass wir auch im Alter von einem gewissen Teil des Geldes leben können. Und ich zu meinem Teil, also wir arbeiten alle noch, ich zu meinem Teil bin zum Beispiel Backliner, das heißt, ich arbeite für die Firma Capture Live, eine der größten Backline-Rental-Companies in Europa. Könnt ihr mal gucken, wenn ihr irgendwelche Lieblingsbands auf der Bühne seht und die haben noch Kisten auf der Bühne, dann steht da ganz oft Captured Live auf der Bühne, auf dem Case. Da momentan aber wenig Veranstaltungen sind und ich trotzdem arbeiten möchte und eben auch Geld verdienen möchte, weil ich nach wie vor das Geld in der Band auch sparen möchte. Ähm, Ich arbeite, was viele wahrscheinlich nicht glauben, momentan als Minijob, um nochmal 538 Euro einfach so nebenbei zu haben, um die Miete zu finanzieren, bei Flaschenpost. Das ist eine Firma, die liefert Getränke aus, maßgeblich in Kisten an Leute, die das bestellt haben. Und das mache ich in Hamburg. Und ich liefere auf Minijob-Basis Getränke aus, weil das tatsächlich ein ganz guter Job ist, der mir Freude macht und weil ich gerne Menschen treffe, auch wenn das nur dafür ist, dass ich sage, hier ist dein Mineralwasser, bitteschön, hab einen schönen Tag. Und da ich zu faul bin, um ins Fitnessstudio zu gehen, habe ich dann nebenbei auch Training, weil ich die Kisten halt die Stockwerke hochtragen muss. Also ja, wir arbeiten alle und wir wollen auch alle arbeiten, weil es bringt nichts, jetzt alles Geld zu verprassen und im Alter dazusitzen und Sozialhilfe zu kassieren. So yes, we're all working since we try to save money for the future, um, for the time that if we are not able to play music anymore and work something else, that we still have money to live from. So yeah. And doobie-dooboo, 2 euro tip from Brody Bonesart, underline LDMV. Favorite UK city to play in? I really enjoyed to play at the steel mill in KK's steel mill in Wolverhampton. I think it was. That was pretty nice. Actually, but London is still, or no, I don't know. London is awesome, but I also appreciate even more the people in Liverpool. Ooh, yeah, I would actually say Liverpool, but I cannot really compare it because every gig can be different and make another city the best city to play in. So, but I'm still pretty positively amazed by Liverpool. Jacka Jacks. What has been your favorite outfit for an album so far? The look from the Judas album was super cool. Thank you. I have to think about it. Welches Outfit mein Lieblingsoutfit war? Oh, weil jedes Outfit hat seine Vor- und Nachteile irgendwie. Äh, Empyrean fand ich das geil mit den Armen, die so aussahen wie Reptilienarme, aber da fand ich das nicht so gut, dass die Augenbrauen weg waren. Die wurden weggeschminkt. Blood and Glitter war schon cool. Und dann halt das Update mit meinem Harness und dem goldenen Körper für den ESC, das war schon geil. Also es ist schon toll. Also ich sag mal so, man schließt ja jedes Mal mit einer Ära auch irgendwie ab und freut sich darauf, was jetzt kommt. Aber es gibt nichts, wo ich sagen würde, das war wirklich das Geilste. Ohne, auch Judas war fett mit diesen Outfits und so. Vielleicht kann ich sagen, eins, was ich am meisten genossen habe, war das Cowboy-Outfit. Äh, aber eben nur für das Video. Das haben wir ja nicht fürs Album benutzt. Ähm, ja. Okay, now I switched between English and German in one uh, question, but that's fine because I make the rules, you know. Make the rules. Lady of the Lost, how much do you like advertising the Lord shop? I find your ads very funny. Oh, actually, I like it since we have the freedom to do whatever we like. And possibly, if it still happens, my advertisement for tomorrow, Shopping Saturday, was something I enjoyed a lot. You can tell me if you liked it as well. It's supposed to be tomorrow out. Let me hear it. I mean, I'm not doing so many advertisement, but if I have an idea, I want to do it and I like it, then I support it as well. Lieblingsessen, City. And to be honest, we are really feeling better if we do funny advertisements most of the time because I don't know, it should be fun to shop something, and most of the time we don't take ourselves too serious, and making also fun with or of our products, and so it should be funny. Lady of the Lost. Are you and Chris a bit like cat and dog? Joking. How did your friendship begin? I mean, he's actually the cat person and I'm the dog person. 100%, I think. Even from our mentality. How did our friendship begin? I think it was in 2002. Like 20 fucking 2 years ago when I started working in a music shop selling all kinds of musical instruments. And Chris was already a customer, and we met each other like at the counter. And we just spoke about it that we kind of had a good chemistry. And whenever Chris came in the shop, he said hi and whatnot. And we met each other like doing party and Reeperbahn, but most likely always like meeting in a club, saying hi, hey, what up? And then passing by. We're not really partying or doing something together. But I don't know, since we always met in the shop, we became more and more colleagues and or friends. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Katja VDL. Welcher deiner Charaktereigenschaften würdest du am wenigsten weitervererben wollen? Ähm, Mangelndes Selbstwertgefühl? Das würde ich. I got a lack of self-esteem. No, not self-esteem. I don't know what the name is. Oh, delichon. Want a snacky? Oh, maybe somebody wants a snack. Up. Hallo. Nom, nom, nom. Sorry, a little break here. Hey, come. Up. Here. Up. Come here. Get up. Victor. Yeah. Oh, he's shy. He's shy. Mm. A little break. Oh, oh. Nah. Mm. I always wonder why they like that shit. Mm. Okay. So you got them as well. Blah, blah. Mm. Okay. But proteins, you know? Okay. Lilian Fear asks, any more tattoo sessions booked in before the summer goes crazy? Not booked yet, but if you have time, we need to finish all my arm and shit and other things going on, but the summer might not be crazy, possibly. So sometimes in between summer, I can get tattooed as well. I don't care. All right, J Alexander asks, how excited are you to come to Finland again in the summer after a year? Missed you at the meet and greet in Tampere. Yeah, I missed you as well. I'm pretty excited. We play that festival in Helsinki itself. Is it Tuska? I think it's Tuska. Is it Tuska in Helsinki? Um, yeah, hope that you come down to Helsinki to see our show as well. Or otherwise, we got to come to Tampere. I'm not sure when that will be actually, because I don't have the schedule in my mind right now. Black Cat 0101 was bass your first choice to play an instrument? Some sort of yes. My parents chose that I should play keyboards. I tried it and I didn't really like it, but I'm still very happy that I tried it. But in music lessons in school, I got the guitar. I liked it, but I also liked the pretty low of the bass. And I don't know how it actually happened, but a friend of mine that I found was a cool dude. He asked me, "Hey, do you want to play bass with me in school? I mean, in music school?" And I said, "Yeah, let's do that." So we went playing. I kept playing, and he is just actually a high guy in Mercedes-Benz management. But he's a very nice guy. Just lost some contact, I think. Okay. Sorry, actually, I was more likely in English, but English should possibly be understood by most of you people. If there are too many people who understand only German, just complain. Okay. Which country, or Lady of the Lost again, which country has remained particularly close to your heart doing your business and non-business travels? I mean, actually, I'm really attached to Italy and Spain. I also really like Mexico. Those are actually countries that attract me the most. I mean, I also like Sweden, Finland, and Norway, but I actually being attracted to more sunny and yeah, you know, those southern countries. So I just stick with Spain, Italy, Mexico, for example. Mm. Nickname in the line official. Wenn die Geschichte stimmt. hatte Chris, oh, ich hätte mal die Frage vorher durchlesen müssen, hat Chris abends öfter berichtet, du hättest ihm seinerzeit einige Jahre vor der Gründung von Lottel blank versprochen, du würdest bei seiner nächsten Band mitmachen. Was hat dich bewogen, so ein Versprechen zu machen? Hast du geglaubt, dass er dieses Versprechen mal einlösen lassen möchte? War die Entscheidung denn wirklich einfach? Ja. Ich fand Chris schon immer cool, wir haben uns gut verstanden. Ich wusste, dass irgendwie, wenn er was macht, scheint das Hand und Fuß zu haben, was sich bewahrheitet hat, bis heute. Mm. Und ich hatte einfach keine Zeit oder war eingespannt mit meiner damaligen Band und meinte also, nee. Allerdings war auch The Pleasures nicht zu 100% mein Ding, obwohl ich da mitgemacht hätte, hätte ich Zeit gehabt. Und ich wusste aber, wenn das nächste irgendwie, das wusste ich einfach. Frag mich nicht. Ich habe gesagt, wenn das nächste Mal irgendwas ist, was du hast, sag Bescheid, ich bin dabei. Und erstens habe ich das nie bereut. Zweitens war das auch für mich okay, das sozusagen. Aber man muss auch sagen, dass wir Leute, die viel in Bands gespielt haben, viel von einer Band zur nächsten Mal gesprungen sind, wir haben auch viel probiert. Weil im Endeffekt muss man, im Normalfall hat man viele Bands, bis man das wirklich schafft, irgendwas von Grund auf aufzubauen. Wenn man halt irgendwo schon gut ist und eingekauft wird, dann ist es entweder Glück oder man hat vorher einfach schon viel gemacht. Aber eigentlich muss man immer viel irgendwo spielen, von einer Band zur nächsten springen, damit man auch Erfolg hat. So yes, when Chris asked me if I want to join his band back then, I said, no, I have no time. But I promised him, whenever you have something else, I will join in without asking. So when he came to me for Lord of the Lost, I said, yes, sure, I'm in. But I did not even listen to the new music. That's kind of a nice story, I think. So, Danny Yvonne Photo asks, not sure if this was asked yet. How goes your new hobby of figurine painting? Any favorite pieces yet? Will you expand to other tabletop games? Yes, I love it. It's actually the hobby I was always looking for, and I did as a kid already, but it fell asleep at some point, and now I reactivated it. I just painted Hero Quest. Oh wait, I have to do. I do it like the YouTubers always do. And they do it different, I think. Okay, this guy looks actually cool. Look, can you see? Can you see how cool he looks? He's blue. I don't know. I'm actually surprised how good it went because I didn't think that I can make it look that good, actually. So, yeah, it's actually very nice, and I really like to slow down with a hobby, finding to myself and enjoying the peace and the focus. That's really nice. And I want to play tabletop games again with my friends and colleagues. So I love it. And I actually started painting. Wait a second. Just get that. Game called Blood Rage. It's about Vikings. It's about Ragnarok. It's about claiming area, a bit like Risk or Risiko, and die a glorious death. And the figures are really nice. And since I kind of got slightly addicted, I bought that for a fantastic price of just 50 euros. The zombies side invader, it's like a bit of a Hero Quest, Star Quest thing, so-called beer and pretzel game. So it's just most likely fun, but I actually painted almost fantasy figures, so I also wanted to paint and play sci-fi stuff. And I was also thinking about to stream live painting figures, but most likely not with that camera, since you could just see you just have seen a blob. But since people are interested in that stuff, I got the figures from Iron fucking Maiden. It's like those, like it's famous Eddies, and I wanted to paint them and I wanted to share it. And I also thought like maybe people are interested to have some of those figures, so to make a way to paint them, to let people participate and purchase those figures if somebody wants. Let's see. Maybe I'm going to be a famous painter in the future. You never know. But I actually like painting, and it seems like I'm getting better, and that's very motivating. All right. Dagmar ist wieder am Start. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Was war dein seltsamster Fan-Encounter? Sorry fürs Denglisch. Mir ist keine passende Übersetzung eingefallen. Ach so. Oh, das ist gar nicht so einfach. Ähm, Ich will auch niemanden verunglimpfen oder so. Aber es ist immer wieder merkwürdig. Also interessant ist es eigentlich, wir sind keine Fans, aber wenn die Leute vor der Halle stehen und nach Autogramm fragen, obwohl sie gar nicht wissen, wer man ist. So, wenn die zum Beispiel sagen, die das nur auf eBay verkaufen wollen, wenn es dann heißt, okay, Autogramm von die haben, und ich dann sage, nee, ich bin nur Crew, ich bin ja nicht von der Band. Und ich so, ach so. Das ist tatsächlich ganz witzig. So when people come and want autographs because they want to sell it on eBay, and you really know that won't be our fans, and then asking like, "Oh, can I have an autograph?" And I said, "No, sorry, I'm part of a crew." And that's funny. And if there's somebody coming from the crew, and sometimes the crew members look more rock and roll and rock star like the artists themselves, and then they ask like, "Oh, can I have an autograph?" And they should give the autographs. Actually, that would be funny. Hope and Black. Hallo Klaas. Wie viele Bassgitarren besitzt du und was machst du mit den älteren, die du nicht mehr spielst? Es tut mir immer wieder im Herzen weh, dass ich einige Bässe nicht spiele. Deswegen habe ich auch von Anfang an gesagt, ich möchte nicht viele Bässe haben. So gesehen habe ich de facto mit den Bässen, die ich bei der Band spiele, habe ich 6 Bässe. Das heißt, ich habe die 2 Cyan-Bässe, die ich mit der Band immer spiele. Dann habe ich den Akustikbass, den ich mit der Band immer spiele, wenn wir Akustikshows spielen. Dann habe ich immer noch einen 6-Seiter Sandberg-Bass, den ich damals auch bei Sandberg selber gebaut habe, mit dem Team von Sandberg zusammen. Das ist ein Bass, der auch viel im Studio eingesetzt wurde, im Chameleon-Studio und auf vielen Produktionen zu hören ist. Den habe ich momentan gerade wieder. Auf dem übe ich auch viele Lord of the Lost Songs, weil meine Bässe von der Band selber oftmals im Lager sind. Dann tatsächlich Sonntag hole ich 2 meiner Bässe wieder, so klassische Bässe, so ein Precision Bass und ein Stingray Bass. 2 günstige Instrumente, die auch nicht viel gekostet haben, trotzdem sehr gut sind. Die hole ich wieder, weil ich jetzt langsam meine mittlerweile nicht mehr so neue Wohnung, weil ich hier seit einem Jahr hier wohne. Ich habe übrigens gerade Jubiläum. Ich wohne seit einem Jahr in meiner neuen Wohnung. Da habe ich jetzt Platz gemacht, dass ich die dann auch für einfach spielen, wenn ich mal Lust habe, irgendeinen Song zu covern, wieder von der Wand nehme. Da habe ich tatsächlich einen Precision Bass und einen, what was it? Stingray. So I have 6 basses, 2 that I play always with Lord of the Lost, 1 acoustic bass that I play with Lord of the Lost acoustic, 1 Sandberg bass that I built myself with the guys from Sandberg back then in 2005, 4, and 2 cheap basses that are still fantastic, and it's a precision bass and a Stingray. Mic discipline is gone. Stop turning your head. Okay. Yeah, right. It's a bit like, yeah, you never know. Okay, good, cool. Keep discipline, dude. Don't fuck around. It's serious. It goes on YouTube. We're professionals, okay? Cool. Thank you. Yeah, and I just see NASA laughing. I'm happy. I mean, if I make her happy, I'm a happy person as well. Okay, Lady of the Lost. Is there any genre of music you don't listen to? And which band do you listen to most often? I think I do not listen to most likely techno or very lo-fi electronic music. I also didn't or don't listen to rap music that often, but it's not that I say it's shit or whatnot. It's just it doesn't appeal to me most of the time. Which band do I listen most often? I mean, as everybody, last year I listened to Sleep Token a lot because I liked it that it was heavy but still calming me down a lot. It was really, really nice. Um, I don't know. I actually have issues to listen to bands since I have not so many ideas what I should listen to, actually. So hard. I don't know. I try to listen to as many bands as I can, actually, so that I'm not sticking to only one band. But just meaning that Infected Rain has their new album out today, and you should get to listen to it. Time is the name, and you should give them a try. We just played 70,000 tons of metal together, and they're really growing and they're nailing it live. They sound fantastic, so you better should give them a try listening to the new album. Came out today. And doop 15 euros tips from Lottel One Paula. Thank you, NASA and Klaas. At NASA, it worked finally. Whatever that is, but it's an insider. So we're all happy that it worked out finally. Okay. I have to also reposition myself so you see my whole face and hand. Okay. Katja VDL. Bester je erhaltener Ratschlag. Lately, I could say like, du bist gut genug. That's something you're good enough for yourself. That actually might help a lot for people that are always worried that they're not good enough and never really do it good enough. That's it. No more questions or what? Nada. Oh, there she is. There she is. Lady of the Lost again. By the way, everybody can ask questions. Don't be shy. Just shoot people. What is your favorite cover from the Bombs album, The Weapons of Mass Seduction? I mean, actually, Turbo Lover is my favorite song, but Shock to the System was a funny, great, and very short note experience to shoot the video. So it is also very, I mean, it tells a story to me. That's really nice. And Nickname Official. Bist du nicht auch noch mitunter mal eine Elfi tätig? Ja, ich bin mitunter eine Elfi tätig. Allerdings jetzt in Anfang des Jahres noch nicht, weil noch nicht so viele Shows am Start sind, aber ich bin eigentlich regelmäßig als Backliner, als Unterstützer für die Musiker aus allen Herren Ländern in der Elfi tätig. I'm working in the Elbphilharmonie as well as backliner, supporting musicians from all over the world. Yeah. Julia Giovanna Jettel. On the cooking stream, you look very comfortable. Is cooking an activity that you enjoy? Yes, if I'm feeling good, I really enjoy cooking. I enjoy cooking with somebody together, like having a good time, having a drink, having a good talk, and cooking. That's really nice. And I also enjoy if somebody cooks for me and I can help, or I just enjoy the food. That's also fantastic. I really appreciate cooking skills from people that put effort and love in it. So yeah, I love food, I love cooking. That's why I love traveling as well, because every country has different food. That's just fantastic. I love it. Eva Maria Elise. What? Just, erkennen dich Menschen, denen du im Rahmen deines Minijobs Getränke lieferst? Aktuell nicht. Ich habe den Job noch nicht lange, weil jetzt quasi die Flautensaison ist, wo man nicht viel Geld verdient, wo ich dann halt gesagt habe, cool, dann mache ich was mit ein bisschen Autofahren und irgendwie mit Leuten zu tun. Erkannt hat mich noch niemand, aber es ist interessant, wie viele Leute, die quasi Musik machen und zum Teil ein bisschen bekannt sind, tatsächlich auch da solche Jobs machen. Ja, aber erkannt wurde ich noch nicht. Miss Underline Glitter Trash. Klaas, how do you decide what to say to the band before the show? Is it planned or do you make it up in the moment? It's most likely planned in the moment. Sometimes when we go on to the stage, I'm trying to think what actually happened that day, or what is important, or something that happened to us recently that is important for the next days or for the last days, or whatever that is. A bit like the news or headlines in a few seconds to say, or just motivational speech if we're a bit down or whatnot. Then, or make them laugh to just make the situation easy if there's a little bit of tension in the air, to just make everybody laugh and just think of how amazing it is to go on stage, us five, and having a good time. I try to capture the moment and make the best out of it, and I hope it works, kinda. Maria Belchu, how did you feel about the tour of Latin America last year? Greetings from Argentina. It was pretty amazing. I loved it, and I hope that we can come back and also play even more countries and cities, stay a bit longer to enjoy the people and the countryside. And I hope that we come on a not daily base, but on a regular base, because I also love the climate. Since what I said, like when I say like Spain and Italy and Mexico, also like Argentina, and the weather, and just to stay, and the people, they appear chill to me. Ja. Katja VDL. Was wäre dein Wunsch-Support für das Lordfest? Ich finde ja Clawfinger geil. Aber Clawfinger sind auch immer noch ganz recht groß. But Clawfinger, das wäre fett. Und vielleicht auch zum Beispiel, weil wir so gut mit denen klarkommen, Infected Rain, vielleicht für nächstes Jahr oder so. Das wäre schön. Florida Bayer. Pi hat in seinem Q&A gesagt, er war überrascht von der Setlist zur 15-Jahres-Tour. Wie ging es dir mit Setlist? Was heißt überrascht? Also ich fand das cool. Macht Spaß. Aber ich will ja nicht zu viel verraten. I don't want to tell too much of the setlist of the 15 Years Tour. But I liked it. Maybe there's some surprises for you, but not for me. No. Brody Bonesheart again. What was the first record you ever bought? It was Doggy Dog All Borough Kings. back then. I bought it from my friend, and I bought it secondhand in the driveway of his house. I don't know how old I was, but that was the soundtrack to my starting skating action, my career, not a career, but just going down the half pipe for the first time. Doggy dog with it, and they actually playing live again. They played Wacken, but I could see them from backstage, and I hope that I will have the chance to say hi to these guys one day as well, to say like, you know what, you are the first band I ever bought on the CD. All Borough Kings, still fantastic. Lady Steffi, where are you most looking forward to play North America? What should I say? Actually, I like also the travels between all those cities. But I think it's the typical thing. I mean, I like to look forward to be back in LA, to be back in New York, but also super happy to be in Canada for the first time. Like, oh, Canada. Um, yeah, I don't know. I love a lot of cities, but actually, but I think most of the people say it. LA and New York is going to be crazy, but I'm happy for all the shows in between, for traveling. I love traveling. I want to try all the fucking burgers on the way again. In and out and Carl's Jr. and what the names are. I want to try it all. I want it all. Okay. Yeah. Maya D'Angelo. Was war der beste Ratschlag? Hä? No. This one I already answered. Julia Giovanna Gattel from Mexico. Now that 23 and the blood and glitter era is over, is there anything you would have liked to do differently, or anything you feel you missed doing? I actually, if I could change something, I wouldn't have worked that much actually, because it made me kind of burn out. But from that, I loved every minute of last year. I mean, not every minute. I was also sick. No, but in general, I'm totally happy with 23, and I don't want to change anything since I can't change it anyway, since we didn't invent the time machine yet. But I try to get my experience into 24 and know how to do things better, hopefully, or make mistakes again and learn from the second time of the mistake. Daga 45. Why were you naked in the corridor of a hotel in Argentina last spring? Ah, I thought you meant Russia, but no, it was Argentina. Uh, because I just had a shower and I heard the guys on the outside of my hotel room on the floor. And I wanted to ask what they wanted to do, but I was already naked. And before I don't know, get dressed and they're gone, I just took the shoe that was in the entry, jumped out and said like, hey, what are we going to do? And I was naked with a shoe in front of my genitals. And the guy said like, oh yeah, let's have a drink. And Jared said like, oh wait, stop, and made a picture. So the rest is history. I just wanted to ask what we're doing. And since I didn't have clothes on, I was naked. Lady of the Lost. Are you team summer or team winter? What is your favorite season? I'm actually definitely team summer. Definitely. But I appreciate the winter. I enjoy the classic winters like freezing and a lot of snow. Then I love that as so much. And the dogs are also pretty happy if that happens. By the way, I think she's actually pretty happy. She's just sleeping. Boom, boom, down. Yeah, so, but I'm most likely a summer person since I enjoy the energy of the sun. And when I have been on the cruise last week, my my mental health and everything and the way I felt, and I was blooming in the most positive way and feeling so good and relaxed because of the temperature, outside temperature, the sun and the mood of the people and everything. That was great. I'm team summer. But I love to see if it's snowing and the dogs are jumping in the snow and they're just eating snow, and I love it. Do you have any bad habits? Did I? Yes, I do. What do I have? I don't know. It's not really bad habits. Like, I don't know. Maybe I stand too often naked in hotel uh, hallways. I don't know, but it's not a bad habit. It's actually my kind of rock and roll lifestyle. Um, I don't know. I certainly have bad habits. I think I eat too fast. I just recently found out that I'm eating way too fast. Yeah, that's a bad habit. That's a bad. NASA knows it since we had a lot of food together in the last weeks since we were on the cruise, and but especially when I enjoy the food, I eat as fast as I can. It's not good. Lady of the Lost, is there any artist you would like to meet? Talking about historical bands, for example, question mark. There are so many artists I'd like to meet. I mean, I would love to meet the classics like Angus Young or the guys from AC/DC. I would like to meet Sting. I would have a chat with Les Claypool, with I don't know, in the end, everybody, because I want to know everybody. I want to chat with everybody. I want to see if they're cool people. Also, Dave Grohl, I think, is the number one person to meet and having a good time, some shots and a great barbecue. Um, are you just talking about historical bands? Ooh, I don't know. I would have loved to meet Lemmy Kilmister in LA in his Rainbow Bar, or what is it called? But hey, it's the way it is. But I hope that I will meet as many people as possibly can. Nickname official. Which bass player, if you have, is your personal hero? Phew, I don't really have personal heroes. I mean, like one of my heroes is still Frank Itt, just as a person, my former bass player that I just met recently, and he was also there when I had my migraine attack in front of or right before or during the LORDFEST. And he was just by my side and just holding my hand and hugged me and giving me a good feel. And that's part of being my hero as well, because he's still with me after all that time teaching me, but most likely as a friend. Uh, that's one hero that accidentally plays bass. Let's say that. Lily Anfia. Is there a dream artist you would love to hear cover a Lottel song, and which song would you like to hear? Um, oh, it's so hard to say. Because I never thought about that somebody would cover us that I love. It's more like if somebody does, I would be happily surprised. I don't know. I never thought about it. I mean, it would be like fucking amazing if somebody like, I mean, rest in peace, like Johnny Cash would do that since he did such things with crazy artists already. Mm, I don't know. I would find it super cool if somebody like people like Peter Gabriel, Sting, or whatnot, those people, so far from our music, but so close at some point, would cover that. That would be amazing. Oh. Danny 26584. Do you also live in St. Pauli? I said yes and no, because technically I live like a few hundred meters away from the border to St. Pauli. I live Altona Altstadt, that is right next to St. Pauli. So to Reeperbahn, I need 5 minutes by foot. So I'm technically, no, kind of living there, but happily I am far enough to not let my dogs step into the broken glass, puke, and too much piss. So I'm pretty happy that I'm exactly that some meters away, so that I'm living in a more settled neighborhood, but still like 5 minutes by foot. So it's right in the neighborhood. Belmondo. What do you think about the movie The Shoe of Manitou? uh, I guess it was funny back then. They're not my movies. Like, yeah, they were kind of funny, but not my thing. German humor, I liked it, but actually not that I found it like wowzy. Selena Olia, oh, 13. Also, how is Hank doing? Haven't seen him in a while. Exactly. I possibly told somebody because I wanted to get reconnected, being on what is that? It's not WhatsApp. It's like that platform where people talk when they have a Twitch stream or something. So I said, like, I found Hank, and I did, because after the move to my actual apartment, I found him again, and he's still in the storage. But when I start streaming, he will be there as well. There's no stream without Hank, I would say. All right. Hey, Leonie Ebbes. Wie viele Tattoos hast du im Moment und welches ist derzeit dein liebstes? Ich weiß nicht, wie viele Tattoos ich habe. 7 oder 8? Mein liebstes ist aktuell das, was noch nicht fertig ist, was quasi hier anfängt, hier lang geht und hier aufhört. Genau, das ist mein liebstes. Okay, Microphone Discipline, sorry. Und ja, das ist es. Und in diesem Tattoo sind halt auch Odal und Freki verewigt. Also ist das quasi was mir sehr viel bedeutet. Like, my actual tattoo is my most favorite, and it means a lot to me since Odal and Freki are involved in this tattoo. Belmondo. Also, would you recommend the Werner animated shorts for learning German? Ha! I'm not sure if Werner is. I mean, Werner is the right the right movie to learn, like North German hillbilly accent. It's super funny, but most likely if you are aware of the accent. So it's nothing to learn school English, but it's something to learn about the psychological state of crazy North German people. All right. Katakana. Have you had any funny, scary moments with body paint? Yes. I not body paint. I used latex back then more than today, and I have a lot of hair on my arm. I didn't shave it, and I put latex on it. And the next day, when I wanted to get rid of the latex, it was like having those waxings, and it hurt pretty bad. That was actually my only negative experience with body paint, so to say. Dweefy 1974. What is your favorite Dutch food? Stroopwafel, zoete or something else? If matjes are also Dutch, then I love them, but I love those stroopwafels. And I bought them the last time we've been in Netherlands for the Eurovision. Stroopwafels covered with white chocolate. That was actually fucking crazy and it tasted so good. That is actually my Dutch favorite. Yo. Maria. Oh, sorry, I just have to. I just drink a bit, I just breathe, and then I keep going. All right. Maya D'Angelo. Hast du einen Moment im Leben, der so schön war, dass du ihn gerne nochmal erleben wollen würdest? Und welcher war das? Hm, Ich denke eigentlich nicht daran, das nochmal zu erleben, weil das Problem ist, wenn man einen schönen Moment, der höchstwahrscheinlich das erste Mal war, wiedererleben will, kann es nie so schön sein wie das erste Mal, weil man den Überraschungseffekt nicht mehr genießen kann. Also ich würde immer wieder versuchen, ähnliche Momente erleben zu wollen, aber das Gleiche tatsächlich nicht. Die Erkenntnis kam mir, wenn man Lieblingsspielzeug hatte als Kind und wenn man dann 10 Jahre später das wieder rausholt und denkt, wow, und dann stellt man fest, man kann da kaum noch was mit anfangen. Man kann sich das angucken und sagen, hey, ja, das war, glaube ich, ganz geil. Aber man hat einfach nicht mehr das Gefühl, dass es so geil ist. Also schon auf eine gewisse Art und Weise, wenn ich jetzt Hero Quest, da ist es übrigens, wenn ich das anmale und spielen werde. Aber es wird auch wahrscheinlich cool sein, es zu spielen, aber nie wieder so geil, wie als wenn man Kind war. So I don't want to repeat fantastic moments in my life because I know the first time is always the best. And repeating something can be fantastic, but it cannot be as good as the first time, and that shouldn't be. I'm not somebody that tries to repeat history, even though it might have been fantastic. I mean, I want to repeat things that were fun, but I don't need to repeat exact things to have the same feeling again. It's a bit like taking drugs as well. Like, oh, I want that feeling again. So, ja. Dagmar 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Was hast du von eurer ESC-Erfahrung am meisten mitgenommen? Dass es egal ist, welchen Platz man belegt, dass eben dieser Event, dieses Erlebnis so schön war, dass alles andere unwichtig wird. Und dass trotz aller Ergebnisse man immer im Herzen der ESC-Fans bleibt. Das ist das Krasseste tatsächlich. Das ist die tollste Erfahrung. Lottel 1, Paula. How many brothers and sisters do Odal and Friki have? I know that I think Friki was microphone discipline. Friki was having like 6 siblings, but I'm not sure if his parents produced more after that. I can't say that. But he had like 6, or he was one of 6, I think. And we met them when he was 1 year in France again, like at the breeder, his mom, dad, and the brothers and sisters. That was pretty nice. That was cool that they immediately had a connection and felt like as they knew each other because they remember the smell and everything. That's an actually fantastic moment if you can have that to go back to the breeder and make your dog meet his actual bloodline, his family. It makes me like I could cry. It's so nice. Nikita 8604. Are you looking forward to a trip to Canada? Have you ever been before? I'm looking to forward to be in Canada as hell. I'm loving to be in Canada for the first time, but also because I would love to be in every country on this planet. But Canada is something that stands out. I'm loving to see it. Love to see the people, meet the people. But yeah, I haven't been there before. I'm looking forward to it so much. Dana Tour. What is your dream act to tour with as support if it could be anybody? I think Metallica would be also nice. Taylor Swift, maybe, because I never heard any of her music. So there would be, for example, one chance to just listen to her stuff. And I think the production would be crazy, I think. And maybe I can see a football game for free since she's with that superstar. I don't know. I actually don't think too much about it. But I mean, there are actually bands I would love to tour with, but they also become smaller than us. That's so crazy. So at some point, they could one day support us. And that would be actually amazing to invite people. Like, it would be so cool to have Clawfinger at our support for LORDFEST, as I said before. Because then, like, I listened to Clawfinger like 25 years ago, and I still like them. Is there a Lotl song you wouldn't like to play live? Asks. She cried more. Yes and no. For example, I don't like to play See You Soon as a rock song live anymore. It was kind of fun to play, but only because I enjoyed it even more to play See You Soon as the classical acoustic version. So everything has its place, I would say, and its reason to be alive. Oh, look. Sleepy teepee. Yes, I have those wild wolves here. And Lillian Fear. Do you find it weird when fans bring handmade gifts? No. I find it very nice because most of the time people spend a lot of time and effort into their gifts. It's just like sad or very sad that most of the time we cannot collect them or make space for them because I don't know, in the last years they became so many. There's just not that much space. And to be honest, I don't want everything in my house to remind me of my band only. Uh, just because I have some nice things that remind me of very nice things, but not always, not everything. But I really appreciate it still. Katja VDL. Faust oder Werther? Welcher Typ wärst du? Oh Gott. Ich glaube Faust, weil ich habe mal Faust gelesen. Halbwegs. Aber keine Ahnung. Eher gar keiner. All right. Cinders696. Did you watch Scooby-Doo as a child? Yo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? I was never really such a big fan, actually, because it turned me off that all the crazy ghosts and stuff were just humans. It's a bit like, meh. I I like more to believe into supernatural things and everything. I prefer Dino Riders, for example, and Samurai Pizza Cats, and Mask, and He-Man, and Ninja Turtles. All right, Luis Britta. Wenn ihr mal einen Song in vertauschten Rollen spielen würdet, wer von euch würde welches Instrument übernehmen und welches Lied würdet ihr spielen? Boah, keine Ahnung. Wenn, dann würden wir wahrscheinlich ein Shredding machen. Heißt es Shredding? Wo wir einfach nur Quatsch spielen und ausgewürfelt werden würde, wer welches Instrument spielt. Weil es würde auch extra schrecklich klingen müssen. Black Orc Side 777. How was it to see Combi Christ again after so many years? It was pretty nice. The only person I actually met was Eric, and we did one picture together. The only picture that I did that day. And then I got my migraine, and that was it with Comic Christ anyway. So I said hi to Eric. So I like to say hi to Eric, but that was it for me and meeting Comic Christ that night. Due to my migraine attack. Lady of the Lost. I had fun following your cooking live broadcast. Who knows how to cook better among you, Lotte? I don't know. I wouldn't say. Uh, Hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't judge that. I just can say that I like to cook. And I think at some point everybody likes to cook, but for different occasions or different reasons. B-Jump. Wirst du dir den diesjährigen ESC anschauen? Vielleicht. Ich weiß es nicht, keine Ahnung. Ich werde mir die Bands anschauen und gucken, ob ich das cool finde. Und dann mal schauen. Hängt auch vielleicht davon ab, ob das schockt, denn an Vortag da zu sein in der Stadt. Aber ich kann mir vorstellen, dass es einen so ein bisschen mitreißt. So. Und vielleicht gehe ich zu Trong, der im Vorentscheid war. Der spielt nämlich im Kent Club. Könnt ihr mal gucken, ob es da noch Karten gibt, weil ich habe da Bock hinzugehen am 2.3. in Hamburg Kent Club. Also und auch Tour. Der ist ein geiler Typ, super lustig, super nett. Geht da mal hin. Nickname official. Do you remember how you, as a band, met New? The tattoo artist who created your artwork for No Respect. I think we ran into each other on the summer breeze in Brazil and said hi. I think I didn't meet her that long. I just said like hi and hey, how are you doing and blah blah blah, because I was running around so much and meeting people, making pictures with people. But I think we just ran into each other. That was it. Dana Tour, do you have any funny or interesting stories from the 700,000 tons of metal trip or from any other time? Always at some point. Funny thing was at the 70,000 tons, I was actually giving Jared the idea to bring his Borat G-string thingy. And we did not know that there was a costume party on the last day. And yeah, Jared was just wearing it because he wanted to. And then more and more people said, "Hey, your costume is awesome." As it was the most natural thing to wear this today. And I was like, ah. And then we realized there were more and more people wearing crazy costumes as well. And then we found out it was costume day the last day, that everybody wore a costume. I mean, it was still funny that Jared, one of our band guys, was wearing the Borat. But we did not know that it was kind of normal to wear crazy stuff that day. But that was a funny, I call it a funny story. And it's also interesting. All right. She cried more again. She's crying a lot, actually. What do you think about fans using all of their money on Lotte? It's an honor that people spend a lot of money on us and hopefully having a good outcome, being pleased by good music and everything, and just having a good time by spending money. But I hope that nobody will spend all the money on Lord of the Lost, because everybody needs money left for living and such. So I really hope that nobody will ever have problems because he or she spend too much money on us, because always think about yourself first and then thinking about us or other bands or other things. Always think twice if you spend a lot of money. And I also have to learn that. I like to spend money sometimes too much. Dagar 45. Do you miss being on tour in Russia? At some point, yes. It was always a great adventure to be in Russia. At some point, the world is super big, super large. And since we're not in Russia, we just try to tour somewhere else. And because there's no time to always travel the whole world. So we hope to come back to Russia one day when the situation gets less aggressive and more open-minded at some point, and that we feel good in Russia, then we will come back, I think. Helen Dares. Ich habe mir jetzt in der Konzertpause die alten Lordcasts angehört. Hat wirklich Spaß gemacht. Sammelt ihr immer noch Querulanten? Was ist dein lustigster Querulant? Ich kann mich nicht mehr an Querulanten erinnern. Tatsächlich. Kann ich nicht sagen. Nee, kann ich nicht sagen. Musst du mich aufklären. Sorry. Diana Rivia. Diana Ex Rivia. Oh, Shrivia. Ähm, auf Festivals hast du bestimmt schon viele Bands und Künstler persönlich kennengelernt. Wer hat dich positiv überrascht? Positiv überrascht würde ja bedeuten, dass ich eher gedacht habe, dass dieser Mensch nicht so cool ist. Mm, kann ich nicht sagen. Positiv überrascht. Ich denke ja eher nicht, dass irgendjemand scheiße ist und dann ist er doch nett. Also ja, okay, kommt schon mal vor. Aber weiß ich jetzt nicht. Positiv überrascht. Hm. Ich überlege gerade, wer war denn mal sehr nett? Wer war sehr, sehr, sehr nett? Doch, Testament. Ich wusste schon, dass Testament wohl ganz coole Leute sind, aber wir haben vor denen auf dem Festival gespielt. Ähm, auf dem Metal Acker Festival bei Bayern irgendwo. Und die waren so nett zu uns. Wir haben dann geguckt und die Guitar-Tags haben gesagt, ey, komm näher, kannst sie angucken, hier hast du Pleck drin. The crew from Testament was so nice, and they gave us pics and let us come closer. And der Drum-Techniker hat Nick dann eingeladen, direkt in einem Schlagzeug zu sitzen, auf dem Hocker. The drum tech invited also Nick to sit, and the guys from Testament, the crew from Testament, they blown me away with their positivity. Ja. You für 1974. How many new fans does Lottel have since Eurovision? It was my introduction to you. Oh, I cannot just say how many, but it they are a lot actually. More and more and more, we hear like people found us through Eurovision, and that's pretty awesome actually. And yeah, a lot. I would say a lot. I mean, we had like already 500,000 listeners on Spotify. And the time during Eurovision, it grew to around 1.8 million listeners. They all left, but at least a lot of people knew us and possibly just coming to the shows now. And so I think we gained a lot of fans throughout the time of Eurovision. And we're really, really happy for that and appreciate it. She cried more and more and more. But thank you for having all those good questions. What do you do with all the fan gifts? Do you donate them to charity or something? Oh, it depends. Sometimes we store it. Sometimes, if it's more kid stuff, I give it to my niece and nephew. Uh, can't say. I mean, charity, if we would have enough teddy bears, we would do so. But then we don't get enough teddy bears to donate. So it's a bit difficult. So it's so many different ways we treat those gifts in the best possible way. Jack's gaming console. No, favorite gaming console is actually the PlayStation 5. I'm actually really happy for it. And I'm actually using it a lot since I needed some downtime. I am playing more games and I am enjoying it. That's one reason I'm going to share it with you if you want to join again on my own Twitch stream called Upper Class. Maybe Nasa just writes it down again because I want to do it. I just need more equipment again since I gave my gaming computer to my nephew and stuff. But possibly I start with just streaming on the PlayStation itself, maybe in the next days, like in the worst quality possible, but at least we can just stay together and have some time. All right, Lady of the Lost, what other dog breeds do you like besides Siberian Huskies? Oh, hard to say. I want how Malamutes are, the berry husky kinds. And I don't know. I mean, there's some dog breeds on the dog park that I appreciate and everything. But I don't think about it since I just like my dogs and I like them so much. I love them so much that I can't think of something else. And I don't, I mean, happily, it's the best thing if you don't even think about something else than the ones you have, uh, because you're completely full of love and there's no more space for ideas of wanting something else. Mm. Eva Marilis, do you like getting older? If yes, and if yes, why? And if not, why not? I actually like getting older because, sure, what should I say? I mean, I can't stop it anyway. The only thing I have to take, or I want to take care of myself a bit more than in the past to prolong my life as a happy person without having too much pain or sicknesses. I think I'm really happy that I'm fine with time passing by. And I'm actually also pretty blessed since my back doesn't hurt. I don't have any diseases coming with age and whatnot. And let's say I accept it the best way possible and trying to get the good things of getting older, like becoming a bit more relaxed, not freaking out too often, at least in my case. And hmm, I don't know. I just enjoy being here and now. And that means also getting older every day. And that's all right at some point. Have you ever Googled your name or looked up fan accounts to see what they say about you and the band? I Googled my name at some point, but I think I usually find the stuff that are already looked up or are related to me, but I'm not really checking for it. And I don't care about what people say as long as the people in the crowd like to see what we do and like to come back. Um, because at some point when we look up something, we look up in the World Wide Web, and I think the internet less and less represents what the real world is supposed to be or what the truth in the real world is. Because at some point, I have to find truth every night again, playing with my band, wherever it is. So if I want to know what Mexican people thinking about us, I just got to go to Mexico and playing a show and hopefully realize that they still enjoy us and want to come back or want us to come back. And then I'm fine. If they are, I really do not care too much about what the internet people think. But once in a while, if I post something, I like to see comments, and if they're positive, I also like to read them and say, "Oh, that's nice," and the people like it. But I actually go and check most likely parts of the internet where people are positive, I guess. So I don't know. But as long as people enjoy the show and coming back, that's my truth about the band. Astrizzy. Wie war es mit beziehungsweise für Powerwolf als Support zu spielen? Hab euch dadurch letztes Jahr kennengelernt. Das war cool. Die Leute fanden uns echt gut. Die haben gut mitgemacht und haben sich gefreut, dass wir da waren. Die Band Powerwolf sind super nette Leute, auch die Kids, die sie haben, super cool und sind witzigerweise auch Lord of the Lost Fans. War wirklich toll. It was fun to play with Powerwolf. People enjoyed seeing us in the crowd. We enjoyed playing in front of them, and the people behind the stage, the band, and their families were really nice. Can't really say nothing bad about it. It was really pleasant, chill, relaxed. Yeah. Just write something for NASA, but only in the chat that I like it and stay a bit longer. So that you don't know it, but only NASA and me know it, you know? Okay, I have to go back to the questions. Only if you have time, NASA. I think she's fine so far. But thank you, actually, everybody, for being part of it. It's funny, and I'm having a good time. The questions are nice, and time is running fast. So I'm considering to just do another question and answer Q&A, so-called, in the next weeks, if you don't mind. And maybe we'll have another topic or something specific to talk about. Let's see. All right, Danny 26584. How many nephews and nieces do you have? Okay. 4. I got 4 actually. And one is Joris, and he's also in the Lord of the Lost team. And he's on tour with us as well again. And I love him so much because, I mean, I love the others as well, but I love him because he's, it's nice to have him on tour, and he helped me boundaries, you know, like going over boundaries, like making me ice bathing and going into the wild to make excursions, just climbing mountains on off days and whatnot. That's pretty cool. And he has great opinions. He's a great guy for his 22. All right. There's Julia Giovanna Jettel again. What would be a personal goal for you this year? To have as much fun as last year, but with a bit less stress. That would be fantastic. It was always positive stress, but if you have too much stress, you're just going down, actually. But I started this year already positive with having nice ideas, a mind that starts becoming creative again. And did I say painting miniatures and everything, to have a real hobby, you know, something only for me, but that I can share with other people. That is actually really nice. Yeah, are there more questions? NASA? But I really have to say that NASA and I are a perfect team, because she's always bringing the messages, the questions piece by piece, so that I'm not having the feeling that I'm running after her. It's always like right in time and everything. So it's a perfect match going through these Q&A. Himbeerkuh 82X. Die Eltern von Chris sind ja immer mal mit auf Tour dabei. Was ich sehr schön finde. Sind deine Eltern und die der anderen Bandmitglieder auch manchmal mit unterwegs? Meine Eltern sind nicht unterwegs, aber ich war glücklich, dass sie beim LORDFEST dabei waren. Unglücklicherweise konnten sie mich dabei nicht sehen, weil ich nicht gespielt habe. Shit happens. Aber es war trotzdem schön, und die haben sich auch gefreut, weil sie da auch viele Leute getroffen haben. Und meine Familie hat mich dann nach der Show oder kurz bevor die Show zu Ende war auch mit nach Hause genommen und sich um mich gekümmert. Das war sehr schön. Aber sie sind nicht so häufig dabei, aber zum Beispiel auch nächstes Jahr beim LORDFEST. How has fame affected you on a psychological, emotional level? I would say almost not at all, except that in case somebody, sometimes it's easier to get into people or whatnot if they know who you are. I mean, it sounds weird, but sometimes they have another opinion of you. They think, oh, that guy must be nice or whatnot, not. So it's easier to get into people sometimes because they open up easier, maybe. But I actually think, and I hope it's the right way to see it. We took 15 years from just guys playing in a rehearsal room and playing a show in front of 100 people to what we are now. That fame came so slowly that it didn't change us or affect us in a good or a bad way. I don't know. Um, I just hope we're pretty easy with it. And yeah, that's still just us and not a dude that is awesome because he plays a lot of a lot. Okay, Jack Jacks. What is the longest or my favorite German word? There were always funny words. Uh, um, I don't know. I just have to make up a word. Maybe Kuhbesamungsmaschine, the machine that gives the sperm into the cow. I don't know. I never heard of it. I don't know. Uh, uh, no, I have actually no intention to say something funny. And Kitty Rockski, do you have kids? No, I don't. Or the rockstar answer is not that I know. Ooh, ooh. Um, no, I think I don't have kids. I would have known, actually. Diana Akschrivia, wie sucht ihr eure Mitarbeiter aus? Wenn man TV of the Lost schaut, gibt es einem das Gefühl, dass ihr alle sehr gut befreundet seid. Yeah, I mean, actually, wir kriegen immer mal wieder neue Leute, weil uns Leute empfohlen werden oder aus dem Freundeskreis, also aus dem Freundeskreis empfohlen werden. Dann arbeiten wir mit denen zusammen. Manchmal läuft, also meistens läuft das dann gut und wenn die Arbeit gut läuft und man sich gut versteht, weil es ist sehr wichtig, dass wir uns gut verstehen, ähm, dann bleiben wir dabei und dann wachsen wir zusammen und meistens als Familie. Genau, und es ist uns halt auch echt wichtig, dass wir so eine Art familiäre Atmosphäre aufbauen. Und auch, dass wir uns dann gegenseitig sagen, was gut und was schlecht ist. Aber das ist tatsächlich wichtig, weil man verbringt sehr viel Zeit miteinander und deswegen wollen wir auch, dass die Leute mit uns gut klarkommen und wir mit den Leuten gut klarkommen. So we chose our people working for us, like told that we should try them from friends or whatnot. And if they work fine, if they come along with us well, then we just keep them and we become some sort of family. That's been said. So. Flo dabei, ja? Ihr habt ja gerade aktuell eure Spotify-Hitparade. Gibt es Lieder, von denen du überrascht bist über ihre Platzierung, egal ob zu hoch oder zu tief? Oh, nee, nicht wirklich. Ähm, Manchmal kriege ich die Liste auch gar nicht mit, wenn dann ein Tag irgendwie was läuft, wo ich dann da nicht reingucke. Und dann, keine Ahnung, ist dann ein Song. Nö, also ich bin tatsächlich nicht wirklich überrascht. So. Aber ich freue mich, dass es so viele Songs überhaupt gibt, dass es irgendwie 100 Songs sind oder was. Also die da alle in dieser Hitparade sind. Wirklich geil. Akira Albireo, gibt es Songs, wo die Grundidee von dir kommt, statt von Chris? Er ist ja der eigentliche Songschreiber. Ja, gibt es schon. Allerdings habe ich lange nicht mehr wirklich am Schreiben teilgenommen, wo Grundideen von mir sind. Zum Beispiel Vicious Circle ist die Grundidee von mir, vom Fierce-Album. Und Anavrin ist von mir, glaube ich. das eine Main Riff, noch ein paar andere Sachen. Aber jeder hat die Chance, Grundideen oder generelle Songideen vorzustellen. Und die stoßen meistens auch auf offene Ohren. Aber Chris ist so quasi der Motor der ganzen Geschichte. Maßgeblich. Kovic, what's the best gift a fan has ever given you? Oh. Puh. It's hard to say. Best is relative, and if I say something, the others might be unhappy since they weren't the ones giving me the best gift. I mean, what I appreciate is if in Argentina there was a guy coming to me like, "Oh, thank you so much. Because of you and the music, I met my actual boyfriend, and there he is." And since they couldn't afford a ticket, but they were writing me, I just put them on the guest list by surprise, and it was their anniversary. And that they came after the show to the hotel and to just say hi is a very nice gift, actually. It's something that I can keep with me all the time. I will always remember. And that's actually a great gift. So I wouldn't put it on like, oh yeah, that was the most expensive gift I ever got. That's nice. Woo, ha, he. But I mean, anyway, all the presents I appreciated when they come from the heart, but there was something stuck with me. All right, nickname after that long question. Och, eine Frage hätte ich doch noch. Es gibt ja einige Songs aus der ganz frühen Phase, siehe Vicious Circles, oder Circle, glaube ich, aber ist egal, den du gerade erwähnst. Manche Songs habe ich von Nick gehört, sind seit seiner Bandzugehörigkeit noch nie gespielt worden. Das ist korrekt. Gäbe es einen Song aus der frühen Phase, den du gerne heute mal wieder spielen würdest? Ich zum Beispiel würde mir jeweils Songs wie Zilla, ja, ich auch, oder Trisma mal live zu hören. Was denkst du? Ja, denke ich auch. Es könnte vielleicht ja auch sein, dass wenn man 15-Jahre-Tour macht, dass der eine oder andere Song vielleicht ja auch drin vorkommt. Aber müssen wir mal sehen. Anavrin zum Beispiel würde ich auch gerne mal wieder spielen. And Dora Zurier, do you know any other languages apart from English or German? I just know just a little bit of French. Ravi de vous rencontrer. And malheureusement, je ne parle pas français. And like a bit of Spanish and Italian, but not much. I mean, actually, I focus on English, German. Kovij, are you a morning person or a night person? I don't know. I'm alive in the morning and in the night. But actually, I'm going to bed pretty early, around midnight. But I don't like to get up as well. But when I got up, I'm happy. I don't know. I'm not a morning or a night person, gladly. So I don't have to decide that. That's okay. Oh, wait a second. This is a donut, a dog donut. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Since the questions are coming in not so often anymore, and I think it's not NASA's fault, it's just like you guys getting tired, right? And you have all the question asked. No. Oh, NASA has some questions left for me. I hear. She's waving in the background like, so yeah, let's stick to some more questions. So I just need the time, just use the time during the silence of you guys to drink. What do you like most, festivals or headliner shows? Actually, I like that I have both because it's always nice to play a festival in between a headliner show because it's something completely different, actually. Yeah, I like the mix. As much as I like playing the rock shows and the classic shows, because I have them both, you know. Habt ihr Reaktionen von den Originalkünstlern auf die Woms-Lieder bekommen? Asked Benji 0815. Soweit ich weiß, hat Roxette irgendwie was auch geteilt. Tatsächlich ist das, glaube ich, noch nicht so viele Reaktionen von den Künstlern. Vielleicht, weil die aber auch so groß sind, dass sie auch so oft gecovert werden, dass man da nicht viel von mitbekommt. Oder dass die da nicht viel von mitbekommen. Daga45. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? I don't have plans for Valentine's Day, actually. No, I don't have plans for Valentine's Day. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Cinders696. Did you have dogs when you were a child? No. Technically not, but our neighbors right next to us, like literally next door, they always had the dog, and we had a lot of contact to those dogs. So we were always with dogs at some point, even though we never had our own dog. So actually, Odal and Friki are my first dogs. Yeah, can you imagine? Katja VDL. Sind Schlauchboote die Rollatoren des Crowdsurfings? Ich glaube, die Rollatoren sind die Rollatoren des Crowdsurfings, weil man kann die Rollatoren ja auch mitnehmen. Genauso wie Leute im Rollstuhl ja auch ihre Rollstühle mitnehmen. Ich war noch nie in einem Schlauchboot. Vielleicht, weil ich noch einfach zu jung bin für Schlauchboote. Akira Albireo. Wer ist der nervigste im Tourbus? Und wer braucht von euch Fünfen am längsten im Bad? Es gibt keinen, der am nervigsten im Tourbus ist. Weil wir können uns alle benehmen und wissen, wie wir miteinander umgehen müssen, ohne dass wir nerven. Das ist, glaube ich, die Kunst bei der Sache. Und wer am längsten im Bad braucht, weiß ich auch nicht. Ist mir eigentlich auch egal, weil normalerweise haben wir genügend Badezimmer oder trinken halt einfach eine Cola oder ein Bier mehr, falls mal jemand länger braucht. Aber auch da ist es uns wichtig, dass vor allem auf Tour jeder sich nicht zu viel Zeit nimmt, weil wir ja wissen, dass Band und Crew ja noch duschen müssen. So. Julia Giovanna Jatel. Is there an Eurovision artist you feel a special connection with? Yes, Carrier, actually. Yeah, he's the one that represents my heart and soul of Eurovision the most. Daga45. When you are on tour, who do the dogs stay with? If she is at home, I give them to Alex because we share the dogs. Either the dogs are with me or with Alex. Or if Alex is tattooing or traveling, then the dogs, and I'm touring as well, the dogs are at daycare. We have a fantastic daycare between or in south of Hamburg. Yeah. Tatsuiza. Hört ihr eure Musik auch privat oder ist das komisch für euch? Ich höre die Musik so gut wie nie privat, aber höre sie halt häufiger, weil ich dann die Songs auffrischen muss. Also nö, eigentlich nicht. Yeah, last question. So there's a last question. No. Yeah, if you have a last question, we'll do one more question and then it's over for tonight. And I had a fantastic time with all of you. Ich habe sehr genossen, sehr schön. Ich freue mich über die Community. I'm very happy about the community. And I feel again why I loved streaming so much. even though I was busy playing, and I'm going to do it again because I just miss it. It's fucking way too long. And we're going to rate somebody that I actually don't know, but his name is called Chainbrain, and he's playing covers on guitar, so you will like it. And okay, last question. Do you have a message for the people watching the stream? Oh, yeah, that was a message. I just said, like, I love to be with everybody, and that is so fine. And let's call it a day, and I'm coming back soon so that we don't have to talk about everything tonight. What do you think about it? I hope you like it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your donations, your patience, and thank you for supporting NASA as well. And have some fun with Chain Brain. I'm out, I think. Now it's up to you, NASA.